Hello and welcome to the madness that is March. I'm Mike Feldman, and here at One on One, we're going to take a look at the big dance.
And I'm Andrew Springs, and we're also going to wrap up the Olympics and look forward to the end of the NBA season. So don't let that madness consume you.
Stay tuned. 30 minutes of one-on-one sports is just what the doctor ordered.
Welcome back to One-on-One Sports. I'm Andrew Spring. Now, unlike many NCAA bubble teams, we have punched our ticket to the big dance. But before we can move on to the madness that is March, let's take a look back at February and the Olympics. Mike, how memorable will the Vancouver Olympics rank in your mind?
I think it's up there with mostly Winter Olympics. You know, the U.S., we won the overall medal count, which is, very big for a country. You know, we were the best Olympic country this year. But it really comes down to the gold medal hockey game for me, and as we all know, the U.S. Had a crushing defeat to Canada in overtime, and if they won, it would have been up there with the Miracle on Ice team. We would have remembered it forever, but we lost, so this might fade to the back of our minds.
I agree. I think many Winter Olympics kind of fade to the back of our minds because there isn't something that we can all latch onto, like Michael Phelps' 8 gold medals. The loss in the gold medal game probably will be forgettable in the next decade, maybe 2 decades. The thing I'll take away from it is the Armenian luger being killed.
Georgian luger.
Georgian luger being killed, excuse me. The USA winning the bobsled for the first time in 50 years.
Long time, yeah.
And the gold medal hockey game. Besides that, not a lot to take away. And the same is true for Torino and Salt Lake. I really can't remember much from either of those Olympics because there wasn't a standout moment for me.
In this Olympics, hockey was definitely a big standout. They had the most watched hockey game ever was the gold medal game. So how do you think hockey's going to translate, the success of hockey is going to translate to the NHL level, and how is it going to pick up from here?
Well, I think any year that you have the Olympics kind of throws off the NHL schedule to some extent because you have to play more games before the break and more games after the break because there's that 2-week period where you don't have any NHL games. So you have to play the 81 games minus 2 weeks of the actual season. Any year that the NHL and the Winter Olympics coincide, I feel like you're going to get better ratings for the NHL, especially after the Winter Olympics, just because people are exposed to hockey more than they would be, say, oh, hey, it's a Saturday, I'm going to turn on the NHL.
I think the ratings are going to be huge because we have 3 weeks left in the NHL season, then we got playoff hockey. People love playoff hockey. It's awesome. You got the 7-game series, a lot of drama.
Shootouts.
Absolute shootouts, and there's just really physical play, and I think that's what people love to see. So I think fans are really going to get into hockey over the next couple of weeks.
I agree. I think Gary Bettman is wrong to kind of shoot down the idea of NHL players playing in the 2014 Olympics. It's good for the sport.
Plus, Ovechkin wants to play in Russia.
Absolutely, absolutely. Time to find out who is really cheating. And an HGH blood test has finally been discovered. But Mike, which league needs it more, the NFL or the MLB, and who will have it first?
I think Major League Baseball needs it the most. When an issue in your sport is going up into the Supreme Court and the government, it needs to be resolved. I think the players need to be tested. It's been such a big deal putting asterisks in the record books. We don't hear all about this in the NFL, so I think MLB is where it needs to be taken care of first.
I agree. And to piggyback off your point, the NFL doesn't have a problem with its reputation. Okay?
Absolutely.
Now, sure, you may have Dante Stallworth's manslaughter charge. Yes, you might have Michael Vick. Yes, you may have Plaxico Burress shooting himself. But the MLB records have been tainted by steroids for so long that there's no way the NFL will be more affected by HGH testing. And I think Major League Baseball needs it more and needs it now.
I mean, if you just look at it, Sean Merriman tested positive for steroids. People don't talk about him at all, but then you see Mark McGwire and Barry Bonds. People are talking about it ad nauseum. But moving on to the NBA, Kevin Durant has established himself as an elite scorer. So, Springs, do you think Durant could challenge LeBron for being the MVP?
I do. I really think that this year Durant should be the MVP, at least so far. I know there's still a bit of the season left, but the fact that he's on the Thunder and not the Cavs really hurts his chances.
He's got the Thunder in a playoff spot, though. I think that helps him more. LeBron has established himself and the Cavaliers. LeBron has more points per game, more assists per game. He shoots a higher percentage from the field. He has the steals. He has the blocks. I think this is LeBron's year again, LeBron will be the MVP.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you because Durant has the same type of supporting cast that LeBron does. There's nothing that kind of makes Kevin Durant stand out from LeBron. Their numbers are both very similar, and at the end of the day, you're probably going to go with the team that has the better winning record. Mr. Yankee Derek Jeter is in the last year of his contract. Now, do you think the Yankees should break their own rule and sign him before next offseason?
Absolutely not. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Derek Jeter's meant to be a lifetime Yankee. It's going to get resolved. He wants to play for him. They want him to play. It's going to happen.
No, I completely disagree. The Yankees have the money. It's Derek bleeping Jeter. This guy has been the face of the franchise for over a decade.
And he will continue to be. You don't need to sign him today. He has a contract for this year.
I don't care if you sign him tomorrow, the next day. It needs to get done now because no one wants to have the impending threat of, oh, hey, where might Derek Jeter go if the Yankees, I don't know, rub him the wrong way and don't give him the money that he expects. He said he's a lifer on the Yankees. And as much as I hate them, I love Derek Jeter, and the Yankees have the money. What's the problem? Get it done today. That way you don't have to worry about it tomorrow.
Well, they don't even have to worry about it. Derek Jeter is meant to be a Yankee. He's meant to be a Yankee for the rest of his career. As long as he wants to play, he is Mr. New York, and you will see Derek Jeter in a Yankee uniform and no one else.
Let's hope so.
We'll have to take a quick station break, but stay tuned because Eric Kendall and Steve Roth are here to wrap up the Olympics. Don't go anywhere. This is One-on-One Sports.